Lamont Riley. I work for the Port Authority. I'm a Panameño y Jamaican. In the United States, 63 years. I'm 67 years old. So I might not go past one chip, but I'm ready to do this.
Las reglas son simples. Comerte el chip. Una vez hecho esto, promueva su marca de negocio tal y como pueda. Recuerda, mientras más dure, más gana.
Alright, that's your chip right there. Show everybody you opening it and just, tell us about you. I'll ask some questions along. So Panama, where in Panama are you from?
Panama City.
Panama City. Did you help build the first canal?
No, but my family did. From Jamaica, they went to Panama and built a canal.
Nice.
So I got a lot of history with that.
I went to Panama. I went to the canal. I was out there. It was super dope.
And my father used to go to school with Noriega's brother.
Ooh, tell us about that.
And Carlos Aleta's brother too. Carlos Aleta, my father, and Carlos Aleta grew up. My father's 97 years old, and he's in Florida.
Nice. All right, what are you looking at right now?
Okay, what I'm looking at is Pacua one chip challenge.
All right.
So it's one chip here.
So when you open it, try not to touch it with your hand. Nice and smooth. That's the chip right there.
Don't touch it with my hand?
Yeah, try not to touch it with your hands. Once you eat it, don't touch your face either, because, Oh, bad idea. All right, here we go. How we feeling? How's it taste?
Tastes nice.
You had anything like that before? Tell me about Gomez. You say you had a hot sauce.
Well, my dad used to make the hot sauce from scratch. Jamaican hot sauce and all that. I make my own hot sauce with the Jamaican red peppers and all that.
This one has spicy pepper. What's it called?
I can feel it.
Ghost pepper.
Mm-hmm.
It's building up?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, how long you been in the United States?
Since 1963.
What was your first job?
Summer youth, 1968.
Voice change, what's going on?
So what?
The voice change, what's going on?
Oh, my voice change, because this is hot as hell. But I'm going to finish it.
Ooh.
Yes,
Alright.
Pally.
First job, summer youth, right?
Yep.
Play any sports?
I used to be a martial artist, karate.
Karate, I'm a favorite girl. What's your favorite pastime?
Now let me see. Run away from my grandkids.
Who from the family should take this chip? Or a
Nobody.
friend? Or any friend?
None.
No boss that you like a lot? Send them that chip on the mail?
I hate a lot of bosses.
Tell me, you was born in Panama, right?
Yep.
Tell me a memory you still recollect from Panama.
Sitting and watching the ship that goes up in the Panama Canal up and down.
How hot is it from 1 to 10?
About 6.
About, ooh. You got water and milk there. Any chance? That's good? No?
Let me see which one. Maybe the milk.
Alright. And what's, well, you've seen a lot, right?
Yep.
So, you saw, what do you think about, how many kids you have?
8.
Oh, you didn't have TV?
And I got a 15-year-old.
8, 15-year-old. Out of all your kids, which one you like the most?
All of them.
You lying.
No, all of them. Maybe one. I need a milk.
Let's clap it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Lawrence Riley, who took in the heat for 1 minute and 50 seconds. Impressive.
First job you got fired from?
Never got fired.
Nice. Well, toughest day of the job?
When I was working in Spofford in the city. Juvenile Detention Center.
Ever been arrested?
Yeah. I was a gang member.
Ooh.
Black Spades.
That scared me right there. Lost my train of thoughts. If you could give an advice to the youth right now, what would it be?
Advice is stay in school, don't get involved in gangs.
What's your favorite kind of music? Favorite genre?
I'm 67 years old, so I go with Temptation and all that back in the days.
So jazz and stuff, right?
Yes.
Favorite movie?
I don't know. I have too many. Good question. I got so many of them. Martial arts actor, Bruce Lee, because I was a third-degree black belt when I was in my younger days.
How's that water coming?
No, it's not what it's milk. It's doing good.
Favorite comedian?
Richard Pryor.
Favorite basketball team?
Knicks. Even though they suck right now, but they're doing good.
Yankees or Mets?
Yankees from the Bronx.
I'm gonna tell you this. I have about 13 people do this chip, and you've been the calmest out of all of them.
Thank you.
So you don't regret this decision at all?
No.
There's a decision that you regret?
Any decision I regret?
Yeah, in life.
Let me see now. Having too many kids?
If you had to pick a borough to live in, which one would it be?
Bronx.
How you went from the gang life to be a fire marshal?
What I did was my dad. I like to get into the type of people. I grew up in the South Bronx in the 60s. First I lived up in the North Bronx. I moved to the South Bronx when it was mixed neighborhood nice. I was in the street one day. We had to have mixed community, whites, blacks, everything. Spanish, everything. Anybody seeing you fucking up, they kick your ass and then tell your parents. This cop used to walk the beat, the white cop, and I cursed him out and say, you know, that's better, do certain things. When I got home, that cop was sitting in my living room, in my kitchen table drinking coffee with my dad. All I remember was my dad's hand. I don't remember nothing else. My father slapped the gang shit out of me. I was involved in one of the biggest gangs in New York City called the Black Spades, 100,000 members. We started with my man Charlie Rock with the hip hop and all that stuff. I didn't get into hip hop, but we did a lot of counseling. I counsel kids now. When I retire, I'm retiring next year in June from the Port Authority, 21 years. I worked with the city 30 years. I work in Spofford. Anybody, I don't know, you might be too young to remember Spofford. Just juvenile detention, called the Rising now. And I try to tell kids to keep them out of gangs and stuff like that. My sons and all that. They got 8 boys and they're all 6 taller than me. So they said, Dad, you're getting short. I said, so what that's supposed to mean?
So whip that ass.
Yeah, exactly. My dad didn't play. My dad is 97 years old. He could still kick my ass. When they did the hip hop museum, they want to use my original gang jacket. My dad got the gang jacket, but he won't give it to me. He took my gang jacket, my original gang jacket, and he would not give it to me. Black Spades.
That's history.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We making a movie. We made a documentary about the Black Spades. We did that already. We showed it at Magic Johnson Theater. It's gonna go on Netflix, but we're gonna make a movie. I'm gonna play a part of the movie. I'm gonna be also a consultant, but I'm gonna play a part of a vagrant.
Wow.
So I'll be retired next year from the port. I'll be doing a lot of stuff with different things. I run what we call Old Timers Day Uptown in the Bronx, 216th Street. We do that every year. But we're getting ready to get a lot of money to do counsel with the kids, keep them out of gangs and stuff like that. So that's my main goal. So I'm really busy when I retire. I'll be 68 next year.
A lot of people say that music influenced kids and children in committing crimes and
I don't believe that.
And all that stuff. I say
To a certain extent.
I say it's a parent thing because artists don't really raise kids.
Right.
What's your thought on that?
Well, the bottom line is, first of all, I don't know who you are, but when my dad come up, they used to come to school and kick your ass in school and leave. There's 2 things that you didn't do. You didn't let the police call the home. You didn't let the police bring you to the house. And you didn't let your parents leave a job to come to the school. Because I remember days when I was acting up in school. I used to go to Taft High School back in 72. And Taft High School told me to remove myself from that school. I went to Clinton. But when I was in Taft, I'm acting up. Teacher smiling. My dad looked at him. My dad was looking through the window of the classroom. He said, when you get home, I'm going to deal with you. You know when you want to get out of school, the clock takes a long time to get to whatever time you get out of school?
Not that day.
This day, the clock was moving fast. And I know, I think I must have traveled the whole world. I went to China before I go home. But I got that ass kicking, and that helped me get myself straight. I told kids, I said, listen, when I mentor kids, I said, you don't have to be in gangs, or not even gangs. You don't have to be a basketball player, football player, whatever. Get a skill, an electrician, plumber, whatever. Because at the end of the day, any rich guy, if Donald Trump needs somebody to fix his toilet because he got to take a shit, he's going to call you, the plumber. If an electrician don't work, he gonna call you. If his roof is leaking, he gonna call you. Get a skill. Don't think that you're good. I like to have kids to get college. I went to John Jay College. Okay, I did 2 years there. I'm going back to school, but I'm good. My wife works for the city. I can't ask for no more. I'm good.
This has been awesome, man. So,
Thank you very much.
I have 149,000 followers on social media, right? My average is from 25 to 32. Let's wrap it up with a message for that crowd, for that public that feels that, you know what, nothing has happened for them. They haven't found what they love and what they like to do, and they're still struggling, thinking that, you know, life is just passing them by.
The problem is, a lot of people say everybody got a calling. You got to find that calling. I got a son that's autistic, right? He's autistic, this and that, but that's the smartest kid. I would take him any day than my regular kids. There's a lot of autistic kids out here that I dealt with, and I've seen that they got skills. But if you don't know your calling's waiting right there for you. You just got to look for that calling. It may be social work, it may be counseling, it may be whatever. And I tell people all the time, I say, yeah, I never sold drugs or nothing, but I used to get high. And all this stuff, but then one day I used to smoke crack and all that. I said, one day, I don't want to do this no more. But I couldn't stop smoking crack. So what I did was I started taking the crack and mixing it with the weed. Weed kills crack, good weed. So after eventually, I didn't get away from the crack and I was just smoking the weed. And then I went from there and I self-rehabbed myself. I didn't go to no program. But if you have to go to a program, don't hesitate. But you have to do it when you're ready. And there's calling for everybody. If whatever you want to do in life. But I still, like I told kids, I said, try to get a skill. Because I went to college and I also went to trade school. So I had a skill with plumbing and all that stuff. So do the right thing. You know, if any questions people need to ask, you understand? You got to find your calling. Just don't sit home and in front of that kids, in front of video games and all that stuff. And like bullying. First of all, I grew up in a different era. You can't bully me on a computer. You want to bully me, you come see me. My kids are like, oh, somebody bully me? Really? Click, pull the computer out. Dead. Somebody bullying you on the computer? Boom. You shut it off. Parents, oh, my kid is being bullied on the computer, then get your kids away from the computer. Simple as that. My name is Lawrence Riley Jr., and I just destroyed this, whatever it was that I was doing.
All right.
Thank you very much.